Welcome back, you beautiful souls. This will be part one to the new series I started. Um, but before we get into our story, I wanted to explain a thing. This is not me pulling the Flash TV universe to this world. This is what if Deku was basically Gypsy. Like, she's not like Izumi. She's not going to be how do you say it? She's not going to have like all the abilities that Gypsy has. Like out the gate, she over the years will like discover the her abilities and everything and really train with them and work on it. Yes, in this one, Deku is female. This is another one. This is I believe. I believe this is my second female Deku. Yeah, it is because I haven't posted anything. I haven't posted the other one yet. So that being said, like, this is literally just me setting up the story, and I figured the only way that I could really do this was to change Hisashi's backstory. Basically, what had happened is Hisashi was involved in an explosion at his college one day, or he was involved in an explosion. Like, he was walking or somewhere, however you want to do it, but I like that he was actually in school. And one of the labs exploded one day, and ever since then, like, he did get burns, but eventually they did heal, and he later found out that his throat no longer hurts when he breathes fire, and his flames like turned blue. So, if you haven't already figured it out, basically Hisashi was exposed to what Team Flash calls it in the show, but he was exposed to dark matter. And it fundamentally changed him, and it gave his quirk a really big power boost. That's why in part 0 I kept saying enhancement quirk, and that's in quotation marks, because Hisashi was the only survivor in this. So we're going to go switch to the story now. So, where we last left off, Izumi like had saved the little girl, and it was a couple months before the start of the enemy. I believe I gave myself 4 months. So over the course of these 4 months, Izumi, she begins to she trains this ability, like creating these big gates like closer, and now she's able to control like the size better, like in a close range. And so now we cut to the start of the anime. And I know I usually take several episodes to get to the start of the anime, but there's not really much that I can think of that would change too drastically from canon, besides Katsuki and Izumi being friends, kinda, sorta, in this one. Like, they're not all buddy because of Katsuki's personality, and so Izumi, she's also had other things going on in her mind, just besides like working on her quirk. So she Katsuki one day is like asks her, she's like, yo, you want to hang out this afternoon? And Izumi's like, I'm sorry, Kachan, like I got some things I have to take care of, and also I can't hang out this afternoon. My uncle's he's supposed to be coming to town today, or he's already here, I'm not sure. And Katsu's like, which one? And Izumi, she basically just holds up one finger, and Katsu's like, oh, okay. Any chance that I could come over? And Izumi's like, well, you already know, but I would have to ask him if you can come over. Because I'm gonna say Katsuki would know that Izumi, she's getting training by pros, especially with her father being the number 8 pro hero. That's partially why Katsuki's not as much of a dick, because even when Izumi didn't have abilities, she was still the child of the number 8 hero. And so Katsuki's kind of been using, like, really kind of used Izumi, like, in the early years. Basically, like, always wanted to come over to her house so that he can, like, talk with the number 8 hero, and basically, like, get training from him, pretty much. So we cut to a couple hours later. Izumi had finished up turning in like a project that she had been working on with the school, and she started heading home, and she's walking through a familiar scene. All of a sudden, she's like, dang, it's a girl, but kid, give me your body. I didn't know he was in town. That freak, he's always smiling. Oh my god, the freak's in town. Kid, I don't care who you are, just give me your body. And Izumi's like, ew, what? Ew, no, creep. And he's like, don't resist, kid. It'll be over real fast if you don't resist. And Izumi's like, I don't know what your problem is, dude, but whoa, dude, watch out. Like, that could have hurt me. Damn it, kid, stop struggling. Like, give me your body already. Okay, I see what's going on. This ain't gonna happen. And Izumi's like, I wonder. And basically creates two portals. Creates, like, portals. And this would say this little skirmish did go on for a couple minutes, and then a familiar scene happens. Do not fear, for I am what? One moment. And All Might kind of stops talking, and because he just came onto the scene of Miya, Izumi, basically laughing as the sludge villain is doing a drop loop. He basically, if you guys have ever played the game Portal, how you can set it up to where you can keep, you can get like infinite motion by just dropping through one portal and coming and dropping into like another, and then completely rinsing the process, so you're falling infinitely. Basically, Izumi, like, she was thinking, that would be kind of funny. I don't know if it would work, but in any case, this should be interesting. And so she pretty much created a portal where the Sludgeman's like, what did you do to me? What's going on? Basically, the sludge villain is getting really queasy. And All Might's like, young Izumi, what's this? Oh, hi, Uncle All Might. this guy attacked me, and, well, I defended myself. Well, why are you laughing? Well, because I didn't think that would work, actually. Like, oh, I should probably stop that now. And basically, she stops it, and a loud splat can be heard. And so All Might collects up the villain, and he's like, "Oh, young Izumi, like you shouldn't be using your powers in public like that. But it's special case. I won't tell your dad. I won't tell your dad." And Izumi's like, "Oh yeah, that's right, Uncle All Might. Are you still coming over for dinner?" And so All Might says, "Well, yes, young lady. I have some things I need to discuss with your dad. And, well, I'm off because I do need to get this villain to the proper authorities." So All Might, kind of being in a rush, puts a little bit too much power into it, and he starts to fumble with the bottles. But Izumi isn't really looking at this because she's already started walking off. And so we cut to like a good 30 minutes to an hour later, and one moment. So we cut to Izumi, and she hears like a couple of explosions going on. And she's like, "Oh, I wonder what's going on over there." So she decides to go look it up, and she's like, "Oh, villain attack! Wow, I wonder what the heroes are going to be side." And then she's like, "Wait, why aren't the heroes doing anything? Damn it, he has a hostage. It's a freaking kid. Quirks aren't suited for this. What are we gonna do? Like, the kid doesn't have much longer." And as the pro hero says this, a loud explosion can be heard, and Izumi basically is looking at the sludge villain when this happens, and she's like, "Wait, no, it can't be. What happened? Like, this is definitely the person, but this is definitely the right villain, but like, how did this happen? Wait, that's Kachan. No, no." And you basically just have a scene where Izumi, she runs past like the pros, and they try to stop her, but she basically like throws her hand up with a portal, and then she immediately drops from like above where the sludge villain is. Basically, like she had like a couple of seconds, like a good 10 seconds later, a portal opens up in front of above the sludge villain, and the pros just see Izumi falling, and she basically like goes into the sludge villain. As this, she creates another portal and basically pops back out, like in front of the pros, and she's like, "I thought he got you to God, he's kind of dense sometimes. In any case, you there. I thought I'd dealt with you before." And so she was like, "Stay away from me. Don't do that again." "Well, I probably wouldn't have done it, but you attacked one of my friends." And Izumi basically does like the portal drop again with him. And at this point, All Might kind of lands, and he was like, "Ha ha ha. Oh, young Midoriya, you mind stopping this?" And basically, like, she's like, "Oh, yeah, alright, All Might." And she basically, like, drops the portal, but she's also kneeling down, to Katsuki. And Katsuki says, "Damn, it took you long enough. If you would have waited a couple more seconds to do that, I probably would have lost consciousness." So, the news and the pros are, like, running up to these kids, and they are, like, yelling at her, "That was kind of reckless. You could have gotten yourself hurt or the kid hurt." And this is when All Might kind of walks up behind the pro, putting his hand on the pro's shoulder, and is like, it's alright, it's alright. How would you feel if you saw, like, one of your closest friends? That's right. That's right, young lady. Like, this young man is your friend, right? And she looks at All Might, and she's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to use my quirk in public. Crap, Dad's going to be mad. And everyone's like, that's besides the case. Your parents are your least concerns. And during the process of them getting examined, like one of the EMTs is like, wait, your name wouldn't happen to be Midoriya, would it, young lady? And she's like, yeah, it is. And it's like, you probably don't remember me. And Izumi, she looks at the guy really well, and she's like, oh, you're the EMT that was at the car crash the last time. Oh, God. Level with me. How much trouble do you think I'm in? And he's like, well, it's an emergency case, and no one got too seriously hurt. But you should probably take care, because the last time your dad was kinda scary when he found out. Because I would say Hisashi did show up. Yeah, Hisashi would have showed up, like, towards the end to pick Izumi and Inko up. Because he was on his way home when Inko said, and she basically went out, like, on the train. So they both basically headed there themselves. And, like, separately. And they pretty much arrived, like, one after the other. She was like, yeah, sorry, like, you don't have to worry about my old man. I'm pretty sure he was just stressed out because of me. So, and everyone's like, wait. And then one of the reporters like, wait, your dad? Wait, you're the girl that was in the news a couple weeks ago. You're the daughter of, and Izumi, she basically says, crap, God, John, let's get out of here. And Izumi basically, like, opens up a portal, and a loud crash can be heard upstairs by Inko, and she's like, Izumi, I told you not to use your abilities in public. Oh, crap. And so Izumi, like, she basically sneaks down, like, comes, and she lightly steps, and she's like, Izumi, get your young lady down here now. Mom, we have guests. And Inko kind of looks up, and she's like, okay, well, you're still in trouble. And so Gotsuki comes down, and he's like, I'm sorry to budge in like this, Miss Midoriya, but, well... And she basically says, I already know, young Bakugo. It was all over the news. First the incident with the truck, then this. Izumi, you're gonna be the death of us one day. I almost had a heart attack seeing that happen on live TV. What if you would have been seriously hurt? And Izumi's like, I'm sorry, Mom, but I couldn't watch, like, Kajan get, like, die. I can't just watch people die in front of me. Like, I just have to help them if I can. And I knew I could do that. Like, I knew I wasn't in trouble. In a few minutes, like, after the whole conversation, and Inko's calmed down, and Katsuki's like, I should probably get going. My mom's probably gonna yell at me too. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, Mia. I want what I asked earlier. You don't have to worry about that. So, as Katsuki's leaving, the doorbell rings. And Inko opens it up, and she's like, "Oh, Toshinori, you weren't supposed to be here until later." And Katsuki's like, "Oh, hi, oh my, I'm sorry about that, about earlier. I'm sorry, am I in trouble about the destruction of the buildings and stuff?" And because Katsuki's explosions would be stronger in this, I feel, with Izumi like being there and having like strong abilities, even though like they didn't manifest until she was 11, like 4 years ago. The past 4 years, Katsuki, he's gotten some gains. I would say he's at the point now that he would have been at after the 10 months training arc. So, All Might's like, "Oh, you're young Bakugo, right? I'm sorry I didn't, like, say anything more back there, but kinda didn't want to expose, young Midori over there. But I guess, like, being the child of a pro hero, you're bound to get recognized." And Katsuki's like, "Yeah, but it's kind of annoying. They're more focused on her, not me." "Well, young Bakugo, you have a fine quirk from what young Midori is told me about you. But don't let it get you down. Being in the spotlight, it's not all what it's cracked up to be. I basically have to, like, sneak around to be able to, like, do stuff in public. So, young Bakugo, be safe on your way home. We don't want any other villains attacking you, right?" And Katsuki kind of laughs and says, "Well, I'll definitely see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, Izumi." So he leaves, and this does make Katsuki feel a little bit better, because he does begin to think, and it's like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't be focused on more like what other people think of me. In any case, let's get this over with. So he makes his way home, and Mitsuki does like yell at him, but then she basically like she goes to she reaches out her arm, and Katsuki kind of like jerks back a little bit, but she basically grabs him and pulls him in, and it's like, "I was so worried seeing it. Thank God you're okay. I'm sorry for yelling at you, Katsuki-chan." "Mom, I'm okay. This is awkward. You're never like this. Please, personal space." So now we cut back to the Midoriya's house, and Hisashi comes running through the door, and he's like, "Izumi!" And All Might like basically stands up from the dining table and says, "Ha ha ha, Midoriya, it's been a while." "Oh, you're already here, Toshinori. We weren't expecting you for a few hours." Well, I finished up early in Tokyo, and I decided to get on an early flight." Wait, how did you travel in?" All Might's like, You don't need to worry about that, Midoriya. I've actually had some things I need to discuss with you, and it kind of involves young Midoriya." And so All Might and Hisashi, like Yagi and Hisashi, basically go out, and basically they go up to like the top of the building, and All Might basically explains that they captured a villain that they've been able to figure out the identity of the guy. And, well, do you remember an Anthony. I'm sorry about the interruption, but I believe All Might and Hisashi was talking. So All Might's like, do you by any chance know an Anthony Smith? And Sashi's like, Anthony Smith, Anthony. Wait, that name sounds very familiar. It's like I'm wanting to say it was an old classmate. And All Might like has a serious look on his face. It's like, huh, so my suspicions were correct. Well, our suspicions were correct then. And then All Might begins to explain to Hisashi that this guy is indeed one of his old classmates that was thought to have died. But he had been arrested, and when they took blood samples, they saw the same weird energy in the guy's cellular structure like they see in yours and your daughter's. In any case, they're going to be doing... I was kind of approached because I was the guy that apprehended them, and they knew the Hero Organization knows my association with you, and well, they wanted me to approach you and ask if you would come in so that they can get some more samples of your blood so that they can run more tests on those. And Hisashi's like, so is that why you're here? In All Might, at this point, kind of deflates, and Hisashi's like, kind of face palms, and he's like, oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Of course you would have traveled like this. And All Might kind of laughs, and he's like, yeah, well, my time's gotten is drastically lessened from back then, Matoria. Who knows? Maybe if you weren't there, this would have been a lot worse. In any case, I've been thinking about this for a while, but I would like to train young. I'd like to seriously put in some time and train young Midoriya. She has a strong quirk, and I basically want her to become the new symbol of peace. And to do that, I'm going to be retiring next year. And Hisashi looks a little concerned about this, and he's like, damn, Yagi, you sure about this? You know what's gonna happen, right? And All Might, he's like, yeah, I know, crime's gonna rise, but I'm pretty sure Endeavor will be able to fill my shoes. And if all else fails, he as he grabs Hisashi, you could always step up. And Hisashi can laugh. I was like, oh, I'm not sure about that. I much prefer where I'm at right now. So they begin laughing, and Hisashi goes inside, and he tells Izumi that All Might, he wants to speak with you in private. And Izumi's like, oh, am I in trouble? And Hisashi's like, oh, it's nothing bad. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy this. So Izumi, she basically goes out onto onto the balcony, and where All Might was at, because I would say they have an access to the roof, they have one of those stairs that are on side of apartment buildings, and they basically walked up to this top so that they can more so be out of earshot of anyone. And so some of you are gonna be like, wait, I thought Hisashi saved All Might. No, he did save All Might, But because of Hisashi's interference, All Might didn't get as hurt as badly as he did. He still has a time limit. Though, like, over the past, like, year or so, like, he's noticed that, the time that he can do hero work has pretty much dropped by a quarter of what he used to be able to do with before that year. So he basically, like, Izumi comes out and she asks All Might, like, what did you want to see me about, All Might? And Uncle Yage, and All Might's like, oh, you don't have anything to worry about, young Midoriya. I have an offer for you. And I feel it's about time I explain everything to you. You remember when we first met? And Izumi's like, yeah, I still get flashes of that sometimes. And All Might's like, I'm sorry about that, but in any case, the woman, yeah, she was my mentor, but not only that, she's the one that gave me this quirk. And Izumi's like, wait, you got your quirk from, wait, that's not even possible. And All Might's like, yes, it is possible, young lady, but let me finish. The bad guy you saw, that was the person that did this. Basically, like, showing her the scar. And she's like, Uncle Yagi, I didn't know you were hurt. Like, I knew you, like, got injured, but I didn't think you were, like, this hurt. And All Might's like, it's fine, but originally, All For One, he had a younger brother, and the boy had no other special quirk or affinity besides that he could pass his quirk on to someone else, and that's all it was. One day, All For One, either out of pity or out of malicious, because the guy hated quirked people because of how his brother was. So he either did it to torment his brother, or he did it to help his brother. Either way, he, unbeknownst to All For One or the brother did have this quirk, and All For One gave him a stockpiling quirk. Well, the stockpiling quirk and the young boy's quirk combined and fused, and this is how my quirk was born. He later passed it on to another hero, who later on passed it on to another hero, who later on passed it on to another hero, so and so until my mentor Nana. I was originally quirkless, young lady. And, well, my mentor, she saw something in me. And I see something in you, and I believe you're the best candidate for this. Yes, your abilities are sometimes hard to control sometimes, especially that textile recollection one quirk of yours, but you've gotten, from what I saw today, you've gotten really good control over your portals. And Izumi kind of laughs. It's like, yeah, I've been reading up on, like, different theories about gravity and stuff, because I thought maybe, like, I had a weird thought that I could probably do something to where I could accelerate stuff by just constantly dropping it in a portal, because my quirk, it's not necessarily combat related, but if I could do it to where I could constantly, like, create something that would infinitely stack, like, some, like, velocity, I could potentially, just do this for a couple of seconds and charge it up and then release it and use it offensively. And All Might's a little shocked about this. And he's like, well, that's actually really good. That also proves my point. I feel, young lady, you would be really great with this quirk. And she's like, well, All Might, if you think so, I definitely. What do I need to do? And All Might's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We still have to train your body because it could be potentially dangerous. Like, you could explode all of your limbs off of your body. And Izumi begins to have second thoughts about this, but she's reassured that, well, you planned on going to UA, right? And I heard from your dad that you're not going to take the recommendation he got for you. And Izumi's like, yeah, I wanted to get in UA with my own abilities. I didn't want to get in because people would say that I got in because I was a top hero's kid. I wanted to show people I deserved to be there. So Izumi, she's thinking this, and she's like, well, is that all you wanted to talk about, Uncle Yaki? And he basically like walks up here and gives her a hug, and it's like, it's great to see you again, kid. I'm sorry I didn't have time to like sit and chat with you, but and Izumi like says, I get it, All Might. I've kind of had to deal with it a lot with my dad, you know. Like, we're in public, something happens, he has to switch over from dad mode to hero mode. So, I get it. So, you're going to train me, right? And All Might's like, yes, we're going to get your body over the next 10 months. We're going to get your body ready to accept the quirk. And so Izumi is ecstatic about this because she hasn't seen All Might in almost a year now. And that's why he said to Hisashi, he's like, long time, Midoriya. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this part, and I hope I clarified a few things from part 0, and I will continue to clarify it more in the next episode. That being said, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you beautiful souls in the next video.